Hello, I'm Karen Kapchonick, Novi Older Adult Services Manager, and welcome to Novi Times, a show where we will encourage healthy, active lifestyles and provide opportunities for our Novi Older Adult Services. Today, it is my pleasure to tell you about an exciting program with our Transportation Department. Our Novi City Council has given the opportunity to all residents that want to participate in many of our programs over at Meadowbrook Commons, Novi Library, or Civic Center to take the vans, our transportation vehicles, on a complimentary basis to participate in those programs. I welcome Jim Wilson, who is our coordinator of the Transportation Department. Sure. And Jim is going to be here talking about the services that we have, and especially this new exciting program, thanks to our City Council. Mm-hmm. So Jim, can you tell me a little bit about this new program?
Well, it's it used to be a charge program where we would charge $1 for each ride to go to either Civic Center, Library, or Meadowbrook Commons for any activity. So City Council decided to give complimentary rides to those three places. We do it for anybody that's 55 and older or handicapped with a doctor's note that you need transportation. And we operate Monday through Friday and Saturday also limited service. So any program that's going on, you can call us 2 days in advance and book a ride with us. Sometimes you can't get the exact time that you want, but it will be close. And if you're going to go to a program, we have exercise programs and cards. If you're going to go to a program that's on a regular basis, you can call once a month. We will put you in for whatever days you want to go and come to your residence, pick you up, bring you to whatever function you want to participate in, take you back at the prescribed time that you want to go.
So this really allows our residents now to leave the driving to us. Say they are not driving a vehicle, we can pick them up, we can take them. So no excuse for not getting involved, getting out, being active.
Correct.
I know that we have had a lot of calls about some of our classes, and you had mentioned earlier about the cards.
Right.
Every day of the week we have some type
Correct.
of activity. What are the hours that you would recommend people to call?
Well, most of the activities, I would say they're anywhere from 10 in the morning till about, they start at around 10 in the morning till about 12:30 in the afternoon. Those are usually our busiest times of the day. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get into those programs, you really need to give us a heads up a lot of times sooner than 2 days, sometimes up to a week to get the times that you want. So because we do other transportation, not just the complimentary rides, our schedule does tend to get really hectic and busy. And another function that we provide is wheelchair transportation for those programs. So if you're in a wheelchair, you can go, tell us that you need that kind of a vehicle and we will pick you up. So again, try and give yourself some lead time to make sure you can get close to or the time that you want to go to those programs.
And Jim, we have the complimentary program, but we also have other opportunities for those that want to go to a doctor's appointment, to go shopping. We also have opportunities for them to go outside the Novi city limits. Can you tell me a little bit about those opportunities and how much would it cost somebody to travel?
Inside Novi, anywhere inside Novi, it's $3 each way. We have a map that the city put together with the Civic Center as a center of the 10-mile radius that we will cover for anything that you want to go to, depending on the time that you want to go, and realize that our last trip of the day outside Novi is 3:30. So we do have quite a few people that do not know that when they call, their doctor for an appointment. So we sometimes have to say that we can't do that particular trip at that time. So just be aware that 3:30 is our last time of the day for the trip outside Novi. 4:30 is our last trip inside Novi. We tend to have limited vehicles early in the morning and later in the afternoon to cover those trips.
So when an individual calls, of course you and the other schedulers will screen them, do an intake, find out exactly what their needs are, and then recommend what would be the best opportunity for them.
Correct, and also work with them on a time that we can do it without having to call them and say we're going to be late, or the van is running behind. So there are a lot of times, especially the handicapped people, because we do have to load them onto a van with a wheelchair lift. It does take a little bit extra time. So we do recommend that they call and give us enough time to provide that service for them to go to whatever function they're going to.
Okay, and we've also noticed that people will use our transportation to go to work, go to the mall, a lot of shopping.
Yep.
Any other things that they use it for?
We do have Saturdays is limited trips, but we are providing a farmers market trip on Saturday, 10:30 to 11:30 every Saturday, starting going from the Commons, Meadowbrook Commons, to the farmers market at the Civic Center at no cost. So that's another complimentary ride that we cover. A lot of people didn't know that there was even a farmers market, so this might take off as the summer goes on.
And as we've noticed, the farmers market is becoming very popular by moving it from the middle of the week to on Saturdays. Now, as we move along and we notice that there is an influx of response, we have multiple vehicles. And we're getting the encouragement of major sponsors to come and help us out on that.
Yeah, that's a program that was started maybe a year or so ago, sponsoring companies can sponsor ads on our van and be seen as far as 10 miles away, the radius, on a daily basis. Because we do have, almost every day we have at least 4 vehicles on the road. And
it's a great moving billboard.
It is.
For those that participate, and we're hearing great things about that.
Yeah, and you know more about the costs and all that kind of stuff, so you would be the contact. But our vehicles do have a number of areas that companies can put their logos or their advertisements on and be seen.
And the nice thing about this transportation, as we've mentioned before, it gives many individuals the opportunity to get out of the house, to go challenge themselves, to experience the variety of things that are offered in Novi, and socialize is really the big thing.
Yeah.
And it's we're very fortunate to have this program in Novi.
Yeah. And like I said, we do have 3 vehicles that do have wheelchair capabilities. A lot of times all 3 are on the road at the same time. So they do get used quite extensively. And that's a good thing, because a lot of people, if they can transfer, they would rather stay in their wheelchair and just be locked down and loaded onto a vehicle and taken off, so that they can feel a little more comfortable riding.
Right. And that's very convenient for them too.
Yeah.
So as we've said, we're able to take them to doctors' offices, to do shopping, to participate in a variety of programs, whether it be at Meadowbrook Commons, Novi Civic Center, and the library. We can't forget the library and all the activities that they have available. Correct. But I think the key thing right now is that they call in advance.
Correct.
And Jim, that number that they can call is?
Area code 248-735-5617.
Jim, thanks for coming today and sharing the information about our transportation services.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching Novi Times. I'm Karen Kapchonick, and I encourage you to get out, get active, and join us at Novi Older Adult Services.